Hello everybody and welcome to History Bite number 161, dated January 19th, 2021. I'm Walter, your mobile historian and blue-collar scholar. This History Bite is entitled President Woodrow Wilson and Baltimore. Most Americans have at least heard of President Woodrow Wilson, the 28th President of the United States of America, although with that, most don't know very much about him. President Wilson was a very interesting man with a lot of ironies to him, to say the very least. But for the purpose of this video, we will discuss President Wilson's many ties to the city of Baltimore, Maryland. Okay? For those who are not aware, okay, President Wilson, all right, well before he was President of the United States, had a life like everyone else. In 1883, a very discouraged Wilson left the practice of law and enrolled in Johns Hopkins University in Baltimore for the purpose of earning a doctorate in history. It was also in that year that he proposed to a young woman named Ellen Axon, who would become his first wife in 1885. In 1885, Wilson earned and was awarded his PhD in history. The subject of his dissertation was entitled Congressional Government, a Study in American Politics. For the record, that work has been continuously in print since 1885. Wilson earned a PhD and to date is thus the only American president to have earned that degree. He is also the only American president, arguably, who can be called an academic, as virtually his entire pre-presidential career, aside from his couple of years practicing law, was spent in academia. All right? So, President Wilson obviously had to have a place to lay his head while he earned his doctorate at Hopkins here in Baltimore. While here, Wilson lived in 3 different homes: 1210 Utah Place, as well as 906 and 909 McCullough Street. The huge brownstone Victorian mansion at 1210 Utah Place, built in 1882, for the record, still stands to this very day. There's a placard on the front of the property indicating that this home played a crucial role in the future career of an American president. All right? Unfortunately, the homes at 906 and 909 McCullough Street no longer stand. All right? I have seen the home at 1210 Utah Place, and it is indeed a very, very beautiful structure. All right? So, after finishing his doctorate at Hopkins, Wilson went into academia immediately, first teaching at Bryn Mawr and then other schools. From 1887 to 1898, Wilson returned to Hopkins on many occasions to deliver various political science related lectures. Okay? In 1902, he was considered for the presidency of Hopkins University, but ultimately another individual was chosen for that very coveted position. In 1910, Wilson, who at that point had just resigned his post as president of Princeton University in New Jersey, Wilson was offered the very prestigious editorship of the Baltimore Sun, a position which he respectfully declined. Of course, later on in the year 1910, Wilson would be elected governor of the state of New Jersey. In 1912, all right, at the Democratic National Convention held in Baltimore at the 5th Regiment Armory, Mr. Wilson would become the Democratic nominee for President of the United States of America, all right, on the 46th ballot, all right? And as we know, of course, Wilson won the presidential election in November of 1912. He, of course, thus became America's 28th president in March of 1913. Wilson's, time spent in Baltimore obviously had a tremendous impact upon him. Undoubtedly, his, constant return to the city numerous times after finishing his doctorate indicates a strong love for Baltimore. And he even stopped by the city after becoming president, at least once, to have lunch at the Remmert Hotel, which formerly occupied space on Liberty and Saratoga Streets in Baltimore. All right. So, indeed, President Wilson, we can honestly claim here in Baltimore, is somewhat of a surrogate child, as his place as a student at Hopkins to earn his doctorate is what set him on a course to a very prominent career in academia, which would turn over to a career in politics, something he was not planning for, by the way. And that would lead him to a state governorship and eventually the American presidency. All right. There's a whole lot to Woodrow Wilson, which is covered in other videos. This one speaks primarily to his ties to the city of Baltimore. So I thank you very much for listening to this History Bite. If you have any questions or controversies, please leave them down below and I'll be happy to answer them. And before you ask, Mr. Wilson is often seen in a very, very formal top hat like the one I'm wearing right here. All right. Also, if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do so at this time. It is free. It requires nothing of you. All right. Doesn't cost you a dime. Just hit that little red subscribe button and that little bell, and we're in business. The purpose of the bell is to let you know when I've posted another video. Okay. So take care. Stay safe out there. Again, thank you for listening to this video, and I'll talk to you at the next bite. Peace.